Hello, my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 5 of The Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and this is the topic. Have I come to a crossroads, or am I wearing someone else's shoes? What? What the heck does that mean? I was asking myself that question, to be honest. I know it's a pretty hefty topic when you think about crossroads, or the original title was, Did I Have an Epiphany, and How Do I Know If I've Come to a Crossroads, which I kind of felt was like redundant. And all week I kept asking myself that exact question. Am I wearing someone else's shoes? Now, I looked up epiphany first because that was the original title, and it means an experience of a sudden or striking realization, usually used to describe scientific breakthroughs, religious or philosophical discoveries, or an enlightening event. So I definitely felt like that's the kind of journey I was on, and then I looked up crossroads because I wanted to make sure I was using it correctly, whether it was supposed to be singular or plural. I know crossroads requires two roads to cross, but I didn't know if it was considered a singular thing. So it is definitely crossroads, plural, and it's definitely a crossroads. And it means a situation that requires some important choices to be made, which I definitely feel has been a majority of this time in pandemic solitude, if you will. So, this is what I wrote down. And because like I said, I don't use scripts, I did write down exactly what I wanted to talk about. And we're not doing any sort of quiz to figure out how we figure all this out. I just want to talk it through with you guys. And yes, I want to make light of it, and I want to be serious about it, but I didn't think the quiz thing was going in the right direction. So, for this topic anyway. So I kind of wrote down, have you ever needed to make some really important decisions, and it seems that they all culminate at the same time? Important ones, all culminating at the same time. What makes them such an intense part of life when you need to make them immediately? Like, shouldn't they have been intense, like, a long time ago? So, in my eyes, I was just like, if they're important, they should have been important. And maybe I was ignoring them. I don't know. So, that's part of the realization of things is, like, what was I truly figuring out? And I'm hoping not only you can help me, but maybe I can help you as I'm talking through all of this. These are just mental notations that I write down as they randomly come kind of out of my mouth, but through the pen. So it says, I probably should explain the title as I didn't search up a quiz to figure this out. And I'm not sure I've figured this out. And I wrote that down. Hence the name. Have I come to a crossroads, or am I wearing someone else's shoes? I actually asked myself this question on my little journey the last couple days. This last journey, which was today, and I've been keeping track. And gosh darn it, if every time I'm not trying to check how many steps I have, it's right over the hand is right over the step amount. So that I have to actually click on it to see what it is. I actually videoed this exact step process before, in another video that I deleted, and the exact same thing happened. And every time I always go to check my steps, it's completely covered up. It's weird. So I have 7,893 steps, and I think 6683 or 6833, somewhere in there, was the amount of steps I took on my walk. Which I know isn't a lot, but is a little bit more than I have been taking in the past. But every time I've taken my walk, which is, which is almost 3 miles. I'm 2.99 miles. But I've always gone about 4,500 to 5,500, somewhere in there. It's always been like the same kind of walk around the same area, but today I just kind of meandered again, kind of letting my legs kind of lead the way. And when I ask myself this question, it's because as of late, when I go on my walks, I have suddenly felt, dare I say, taller. And I know that sounds crazy. And I say now, in going back to the title, I'm wondering if I've reached my fork in the road. My fork in the road. Emphasis on my. Or because of the sudden tallness, am I experiencing someone else's journey? Does that make any sense? Suddenly I personally, again, emphasis on I, suddenly need to stop what I'm doing and do this, which is talk to you. Literally do this YouTube channel. That's what I'm talking about. Suddenly I needed to stop everything else and do this. This little thing took me, I don't know, half an hour yesterday. But I'll tell you, making these two signs so that they look right for me takes, I hate to say because it makes me look kind of OCD or perfectionist, and I'm not going to say I'm not, so but the signs take me a bit. And as I said, I originally had it titled something else, and that was up there, so on both boards. So I'm not going to say how long the signs took me, but let's just say, and then thumbnails that I do take me a little bit, a couple different poses and such. So, and it's all consuming. All of a sudden, it just all needs to happen. And I need to explain it all to you. Like, I'm an open book. Like, I have to tell you everything about my day, about my walks. Luckily, I've found a house with more chickens. I'm very excited. I don't know if I mentioned it in another video or not. I found a house in the neighborhood that had chickens, and I went by and visited the chickens. Well, the chickens were gone, and it was very upsetting to me. And I've been back many times, different times a day, and have not found the chickens. So this walk today, I'm very excited. I found another house with chickens. I'm hoping I'll remember where that was at, so I can go visit them again. I'm very excited. So I needed to stop and do this, specifically, talk to you all. But talking to you all, or all of you at once, has maybe taken on this out-of-body experience for me. And again, personally, I'm speaking as just what's happening to me. And I know what y'all want to ask is if you think I've lost my mind. And after much analyzing of myself, which maybe that makes me even crazier, I would say no. I don't think I've lost my mind. I think I'm actually gaining in mind, if that makes any sense either. Uh, uh, this, so to explain a little bit more about this, I'm doing and I'm looking for my soul's purpose, SOUL apostrophe S, purpose. Not my soul, SOLE, implying singular purpose. Because I think whatever is in me needs to find a deeper, fulfilling type of career. And that's what I feel like I'm doing by presenting myself just full on, like, no holds barred, no makeup, no hair done, as you can tell. There is going to be an unveiling at some point. You will see that I do have hair. There's a little bit sticking out. I have not officially shaved my head, so some family members out there might be happy about that. It's not off the table, though, I will tell you that. And this truly is an important thing for me to do. And finding my soul's purpose is truly finding what would make my body move, because I would find it that important. And nothing I've looked for, all encompassing, exists in my mind. So the job of a lifetime for me has not yet been found. Would it be so strange that I now, yes, at 51, take on something different? Because if I look at how personal training looks today, I'm suddenly struck with this feeling of grief. And again, only speaking for myself. Because it doesn't look very personal to me anymore. And I was kind of starting to feel that way before this whole pandemic. By seeing that if I was to look for a career elsewhere, a lot of people require personal trainers to be small group trainers as well. And that's fine. A lot of people like to be in groups, but I personally just would only like to personally train one-on-one, personal train. Personal, that's what it means to one-on-one. But that doesn't mean that small groups aren't a personal setting for some people. That the business I've spent the last 12 years stating my reputation on doesn't look how I remember, and I'm sad. That's what this grief is about. But this trip, and that's what I'm going to call this YouTube channel, kind of, thinking about shrinking down how I say the name so that I don't always say the best blessed life. It could be TBBL. But regardless, I'm going to call it this trip that we're on together. I've been on. It's something. It's something bigger than myself. And I truly hope I ain't got someone else's high heel shoes on. Because I can't walk in them for long. And I feel that, like, this is a really long journey. And I kind of wrote at the end, like, what if this journey is someone else's journey? And someone who can't do it, who can't take this journey because, for whatever reason. That's all I wrote. But, to talk about that last part and how I feel when I ask the question, am I wearing someone else's shoes? In retrospect, I kind of answer my own question in that yes, they are. But everybody's wearing someone else's shoes when they first start their journey because they end up as someone else. That's what the whole journey is about. Like, life is not a marathon. Nobody's trying to get to the end. No one's trying to finish quickly, for one thing. And there's no prizes for finishing first. There is no reward for finishing first. You can't take it with you. Excuse me. You can't take anything that you have. You can't take any of that with you. This is, the journey is the destination almost. I can't describe it like, you're in it. You're in this car, for lack of a better word. And this, not word, but visual. You're in a car. And the car has the word life on it. So, this car is life. And not actual, but to create a visual for you. This ride that you're on is life. That is what you're aiming for. And if you're just in a hurry to get to next week or next month or to a certain date, you're not appreciating the ride. And that's kind of what I want to bring back, is I want everybody to start appreciating the ride. We got to stop being in a hurry to get places. Just because you get there faster doesn't make you smarter or more successful. We all get to where we need to go when we're supposed to get there. So, who cares if you're wearing someone else's shoes, I guess? Maybe you're helping somebody else get to where they need to go. Just because you're wearing somebody else's shoes doesn't mean you're not taking the journey. Just means you're taking the journey with someone. In spirit, I guess. It doesn't matter how you get there. It really doesn't. Doesn't matter if you get there in a Mercedes or on a bicycle or on a boat, train, plane, hot air balloon. It just matters if you're taking the time to breathe it all in, to appreciate the feel of the room, to take mental pictures even if you don't take them with your actual camera. If you don't take the time to, like, sorry, something hit me. to appreciate. Every little part. You're gonna miss it. I just got a picture of my daughter with her cap and gown on. And I think that's why I started crying. Because it got missed. Not through anybody's fault. Made a little drive-through graduation and a drive-by graduation party / 21st birthday party. But no prom, no graduation, no senior skip day. I mean, I guess they were all senior skip days after March. I don't know, that hit me hard. But I enjoyed what I got. And she handled it like a pro. I'm so proud of her. So, slow down. Stop. Don't let these important decisions build up. Because they go by in the blink of an eye, and if you ignore them, you have to make a lot at once. And it's scary. I resigned from my position as a personal trainer for now, so I can do this. So I can talk to you guys, even though it seems like there could be masses. I'm really talking one-on-one to you to help you figure it out, just like I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe we can change the landscape of how you see it, how important it becomes, how important people are, how important they are, what they represent in your life. And maybe I'm wearing my grandma's shoes. Who knows? Maybe she's helping me walk through this. She was a tall lady. Whatever perspective you have, maybe you can help me figure these things out. I'd love to hear from you if you're a personal trainer and you're finding a new way to do it. I applaud you. I'm proud of you. That's amazing. And the people I see online working out and figuring out nutrition things online, keep going, you guys. You're doing amazing work. And hopefully you all can help me figure out what it is that I need to do to make all of that work. So please like, comment, subscribe. Please comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Ring the bell. I hope I didn't make you too sad at the end. Sorry about that. Please go out and have a good day. We're all here to do great things. I want you to go do great things. Be your best self. and live the best blessed life. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.